Welcome to AppSec Decoded. Today we're decoding multi-tenant security, a topic that's critical for application security interviews and building secure applications. Building a single-tenant app is like building a house. One family, one key, one set of data. Simple, right? But most modern SaaS companies use a multi-tenant system. It's like an apartment building where hundreds of different families share the same structure, elevators, and even plumbing. But how do you make sure one tenant can't see what's happening in another tenant's unit? In a multi-tenant system, a single application serves multiple customers, or tenants. Each tenant's data must be kept strictly isolated from others, even though they're all using the same software and hardware. Think of Salesforce, Slack, or any cloud-based CRM. They don't build a separate app for every customer. They build one app that can handle everyone simultaneously. This is efficient and cost-effective, but it introduces major security risks. The biggest danger in multi-tenant systems is cross-tenant data leakage. This can happen in a few ways. Broken access control, IDOR. If an app doesn't verify tenant IDs correctly, a user from tenant A could accidentally, or maliciously, access data from tenant B. This is often a result of an insecure direct object reference, IDOR, where changing a number in a URL could reveal someone else's sensitive information. Insecure APIs, APIs that trust the tenant ID provided by the client, are a common source of bugs. A hacker could simply spoof the tenant ID to gain access to another customer's data. Shared resources, data can also leak through shared resources like logs, caches, or message queues. If sensitive information isn't properly handled, it could inadvertently be exposed to other tenants. How to secure? Securing multi-tenant systems requires a multi-layered approach. Here are the core practices. Data isolation. This is the most critical step. There are three main ways to isolate data. Separate databases, the most secure, but also the most expensive and complex to manage. Separate schemas, a good middle ground, providing a degree of separation while still sharing a database. Row-level security, the most common and cost-effective, but also the most challenging to implement correctly. It involves adding a tenant ID to every row in your database tables. Tenant-aware authorization middleware. Never trust the tenant ID from the client. Instead, use middleware to resolve the tenant context from an authenticated session or a secure token like a JWT. This ensures that every request is automatically filtered for the correct tenant. Strict access control, that is least privilege. Implement robust authentication and authorization. Use the principle of least privilege to ensure that users only have access to the data and functionality they need. Monitoring and auditing. Continuously monitor your system for suspicious activity, and keep detailed logs for forensic analysis. This includes logging every API call, database query, and cross-tenant access attempt. If you're asked about multi-tenant security in an interview, here are some key points to remember. Multi-tenant security is about consistent authorization, not just login screens. Always validate tenant context server-side. Insecure direct object references, IDORs, are a common and critical risk in multi-tenant systems. Multi-tenant systems are powerful, but they require a deep understanding of security. By following these best practices, you can build applications that are both efficient and secure. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more security concepts explained clearly and interview ready. See you in the next one.